Okay, everybody, we are here back for the year 2022. That's right, 2022. It's a brand new year. It's a brand new you. It's a brand new plans. It's a brand new intentions. Unless you have the same intentions and the same resolution that you had last year. And I want to caution you on something. Don't do the same thing that didn't work for you last year. Don't think because you have health goals, well, I better get back in the gym and do something I hate doing. I better really get super strict with my diet because guess what? That didn't work for you before. So it's not going to work for you now. It's not a matter of what you're doing. It's how you're approaching it. I'm going to say that again. It's not a matter of what you're doing. It's a matter of how you're approaching it here. If you're impatient, if you've already dropped off on your health goals, guess what? The plan was not good. The goal isn't bad. It's the plan, and the plan needs to change. Your vehicle for getting to where you want to go needs to change. If you've already dropped off, if you're already feeling like you hate this and you can't do it, I don't want to do it, guess what? Your plan needs adjusting. So you need to adjust that plan. And we're here to give you a little bit of hope to say, look, there's something out there that has worked for millions of people. And I will say millions because the statistic is that it's 2 million people, 2 million people that have been using our plan here, this plan that we're talking about today, to not only shift your physical body, but your mind as well. And that a lot of times is the missing piece. If we're not getting down, sticking to our plan, having patience, if we're not sticking to a solid plan that is rewarding, that we see results, we're not going to want to stick with it. So in the new year, in 2022, don't do the same thing you did in 2021 that didn't bring you any results. Okay? All right. Now, our guest today is a longtime friend. I've known her for 16 years now. I was going on 16 years. She's an amazing person. She's got a lot of knowledge when it comes to fitness. She's got a lot of knowledge when it comes to trying different diets, different things, everything. She is, she's hilarious, actually. So anyway, let's get started. All right. So we're joined by Lea Macias today. How are you doing, Lea?
I'm doing good. A little under the weather, but I know it just hit me yesterday, but I'm doing good. It's the first time I've felt like under the weather for like maybe 2+ years, ever since I've gone through my health journey. So
is it the Omicron?
No, I think it's just I had a migraine, and it's just but with everything they say it's that. So.
Oh yeah, you can never tell. You never know.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody, before we start, I just want everybody, again, I'm always going to say this. Look, this is an interactive show. Okay, as you jump on here, say hello in the chat. Tell us where you're coming in from. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, anything you want to add to our discussion, go ahead and put it in the chat. If there's something you like, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a whatever, what is it? Heart emojis, clapping emojis, however you do, a little party horn celebration, whatever it is, drop it in the chat. And if you have a question, we'll answer it here. So Lea, let's just show you Lea's transformation. That's always the best way. Well, there you are. That's Lea right there, and that's her transformation. Again, she's you've done a lot of things. You've done a lot of things when it comes to trying to get a hold of your health. Um, our comments here. I'm going to put the comments up on the screen. So, Adrian says Joe Boozle. Some of you don't know that at my other job at the work at an oil refinery, and my nickname is Joe Boo. So actually, Adrian was the one who coined that term, Joe Boo. So thank you. Joe Boozle is here in the house, along with Christina. So Lea, let's fill everybody in on your story, because again, you've come from, a wide range of things that you've been doing. You've been doing a lot of different diets, different fads, different workouts. So take us through that journey and to where you are now.
I've done everything. I was a gym rat. I would spend 2 to 3 hours at the gym. Never really put nutrition behind it. Just thought I could work out. That's why people always thought, "Oh, you look fit. You look fit." But I knew I didn't feel it, and I didn't represent what I wanted to represent, and I wasn't where I wanted to be. So, I mean, I've done everything. I've done juicing. I've done pills. I've done the fasting. I've done everything. You can ask my husband. But just coming into this and seeing actually seeing your transformation, Josh. I already knew of my coach about 3 years ago, and when I saw you, I was like, wow, there's something. This they know something I don't know, and I want to know what it is. I think for me, it was more seeing the receipts, seeing the constant transformation. It was seeing, just everyone's stories in the community and all that. And I knew that I needed to go a different route because my health was not in a good place. And I was an alcoholic. Um, I still struggle with drinking. I don't drink as much as I used to. Very limited, which I don't even think I can drink anymore, because when I do try to, I just get so sick because I'm not that person anymore, and I'm way smaller than I was back then. So that's another route in a journey that I'm going through. So this is my second year into it, and I'm just like, I'm coaching now. I'm thriving. I know what to do once I, fall off board, or have a little something that I'm not supposed to. But it's this program in this journey has completely changed my life, and not only my life, but my family's life. My relationships with my kids. I have adult children, one adult children, one high school. So my relationships, going through the mindset, going through my life book, going through all the books that you get, has really changed my perspective on how I approach situations and how I want to deal with certain things. So
So
I
how do
have
you approach
really,
things different, though? I want to stick with that topic real quick, but don't mean to cut you off. But how do you approach things now that improves your relationships? It improves your relationship, and I don't mean with people. I also mean with food, with
yeah.
working out. With what's different now? What have you learned that's different?
For me, it's just like mindset when it comes to approaching things. I really think about what I want, you know, and this is what I tell my clients too, is that you could have it, but you just can't have it now until you get to your goal where you want to be. So for me, it's like me approaching like stuff like, because they still bring that stuff in the house. The kids still bring, there's still donuts, there's still stuff, there's still wine. There's times where Rudy's drinking wine in front of me and I'm not drinking because I know how bad I want how bad I want to be where I want to be and how important my why is.
Yeah.
So I always go back to my why I started this, why I wanted the change, why I wanted a better life, not only for me, but for my sons and my husband. So approaching like food wise and relationships, I kind of like, I'm not a freaking time bomb no more. I don't just blow up and, just, and I was. And the reason why I was like that, it was because I was so unhappy. I was miserable in my own skin. I felt like crap all the time. My body was full of toxins. I felt literally horrible all the time. And you can see in some of the pictures that my face is beet red. That's not makeup. That's inflammation from alcohol. That's how my face was that red. And that was a year ago.
Yeah.
So,
you were soothing yourself with what was poisoning you.
Exactly.
It was a vicious cycle that you finally broke out of. So you went from using wine to using your why to be the motivator, to be what breaks you free of that.
Yes.
That's fair to say that your why. Now, when you say your why, what is it about your why compels you to fight for your health rather than retreat into comfort?
My why is because I lost my parents at a very early age, and I don't want to repeat history for my kids. So I lost both of my parents in their 50s, and I don't want to do that to my kids because parents always say that they will die for their kids. Why not try to live a better life and live for your kids? So I've always had that in my brain, but I just didn't know how to do it. So going into this and learning the tools that I got to learn from everything, and having the community and having a health coach. I have a health coach.
Yeah.
It just really, really flipped the script for me, and it really changed everything in life for me, especially with, just my family. Now I got to say, they're asking me for nutrition. They're asking me for nutrition advice. My husband's on program now. He just started, week 1, and here's what's amazing, Josh, is that he says, "Can I be honest with you?" I go, "Yeah, sure." He goes, "I feel freaking amazing." He goes, "My energy, I feel so good." And I'm like, "Yes, finally."
It sometimes takes a while for even the people that are closest to us to see the benefit of this, because they look at what we're doing and they're like, "Well, that's good for you. How about that? That's awesome for you." And Rudy's not a big guy.
No.
Rudy's not super. He's not overweight. He's a strong guy. So not everybody needs to do this because they're overweight.
No.
Not everybody needs to do this because they got to lose 50 pounds.
No. But the thing is that with this, what we're doing too, you can gain muscle. And that's where, you can go to be leaner. That's my goal. I think women with muscle are like badass. I don't know if I can say that, but
you can say whatever
I think
you
they
want.
are, and I know my husband has seen many transformations, many of the coaches, many of people who changed their lives. He listens to the podcasts with me. He's on my Zoom calls. You think they're not listening, but they're listening.
Yep.
So
that's how it goes.
He knows, he knows. And I knew, just like putting it on live. And so it's even in the kitchen, the kids, like, they make fun of me. Oh my God, and they make their little jokes, but you know what? They are listening.
This is something that is important for a lot of people to hear. You're not always going to have the support you need. And I don't mean that as in your family wasn't supportive, but it took them a while to come around. It took a while for Rudy to say, "Okay, I'm really going to pay attention to what you're doing," not just, "All right, Leah, go ahead and do your thing." It took a while for the kids to say, okay, mom, I'm gonna start working out with you, or okay, mom, I'm gonna pay attention to what I eat, because they see you doing it. And what's most important to them is not just that you're what, 30, 28, 30 pounds less.
I'm 25 pounds less.
25 pounds less. It's the fact that you're the mom you want to be.
Yeah.
You're the wife you want to be. You're not all grumpy and cranky and no energy and feeling shitty because you're hungover, or you need the wine to relax at night and unwind. That is what they see, and that is what they're attracted to. That is what they want. And so that's why the people come around. Unless it's, obviously when, like, you saw my transformation from afar, oh God, 70 pounds. And like, there's something to this. But it's those unexpected benefits. You never really see that until you experience it. So that is amazing. But let's go back to something real quick. You said, you've got, you have a coach, and that has made a difference. How has having a coach made a difference? Because a lot of people don't want to really talk. For some reason, this is like a taboo thing. Like, people don't want to talk about what they're doing. They don't want to share too much about it. They want to keep it a secret. They don't want to live with their health out in front. They don't want to talk about it. So why is having a coach helped you? Because you did everything else. You the gym rat and the this and the that and the. So what has the coach done for you? What has your coach done for you?
My coach has been my biggest cheerleader, like genuinely. Like, she has been, because going through this process, I've lost a lot of people around me, and you are, because you really kind of weed out the BS, and you just don't want that in your life anymore.
Yeah.
And whether it's blood or not, it has really opened my eyes to that too. But going back to having a coach is like, and the community,
Yeah.
it just like, these people really want to see you shine. They really want to see you hit your goal. They really want to help you chase after your goals. I mean, and I don't think I've ever heard anybody through any of our gatherings say that you can't do that, or, oh girl, you can't lose another 10 pounds. Nah, you're done. Or, oh, just negative, which all my life, going into this process, I've had, good friends of mine telling me, oh, you're just going to gain all your weight back plus some. And they were so negative, and I was like, what's your problem? Like, this is my journey, not yours.
What's your problem? What is your problem? Mind your own business, right?
Yeah. But having my coach check up on me, having her celebrate my wins with me, because it's not always about dropping weight. It's about life changes. It's about changing things that, you were doing that were not benefiting you. So, I mean, even a year later, I can still, hop on a call with her. My coach, I freaking talk to her like twice a week still.
Yeah.
So it's just, it feels so good to have somebody who really, really wants to see you shine. And that's something too, I want to say that some of my clients probably struggle with, because I think they think I want to hurt them or judge them. And I don't. I just know what it has done for my life. And I want to see all of my clients and everyone who I know go through the same process. Because
I agree. I agree with that a lot. The fact that people, they don't want to check in, or they don't want to, and this is kind of what I was getting at, was that people don't want to say anything. They don't want to interact with their coach because, well, I didn't do so good this week, and I don't want them to slap me on the wrist. Look, I don't want to say I don't care if you lose weight or not. That doesn't matter. Whether you lost 5 pounds, whether you didn't lose any pounds, whatever it is, that's not what we're after here. We're after changing your habits. How will you fight, and how will you contend for your health this week? What went right and what didn't go as planned? How do we change those things that didn't go as planned? That is the point of staying with the coach. That is the point of checking up with somebody, to have somebody to say, how'd you do this week? Oh, what happened? Well, tell me about it. Well, how are we
Yeah.
going to do this different next week? Right? So that's, to me, that is a benefit of having a coach. Is it somebody to say, okay, maybe I had blinders on this week and I didn't see what was going on, what I was doing that was kind of counterproductive. How do we fix that? Right. So, and then you also mentioned community, which to me it is the game changer. It really is the game changer.
Definitely. I feel like I've met so many amazing people who honestly I really don't know very well, but they have poured so much into me.
Mm-hmm.
And, I know I'm still new at this and I know I'm still working my way up, but there's no negativity. I mean, it's like, I joined a boxing gym, and that's because another health coach. She's so inspiring and I love her energy
Oh,
and I
beast
wanted to
mode. Oh,
support her.
beast mode, Megan.
Yep. And her classes are killing it, and I started boxing again.
Yeah.
Who would have thought I would have joined a gym again, because I did kickboxing for 15 years, and I was, when COVID hit, everyone was, you know, everyone was working out at home.
I believe I was the one who got you into kickboxing.
Yes, you were.
And also, correct me if I'm wrong, but and maybe excuse me, I didn't realize this, but I think I was maybe one of the ones that really introduced you to wine too. Like
You
I
know
remember.
what? You were. I don't want to say that. I don't want
So
to
I'm
say
the
it.
one that introduced you to wine and enabled that addiction, and then
But here's
I
a good
also
part.
maybe I somehow balanced the scales by introducing you to kickboxing and then showing you that this program works. So okay,
Exactly. Which I knew it did, but I think just seeing your transformation, because I think I saw you. I don't know if it was one of the boys' birthdays. I don't remember, but it was like at your house in the
yeah,
pool,
yeah,
and everyone was kind of fluffy.
oh yeah,
Everybody was fluffy.
that was right before. No,
I
yeah,
thought so. Yeah.
yeah, that was like
So,
yeah,
I was still doing what I was doing, and then I just, reached out to my coach, and
yeah,
I was like, sign me up.
yeah. Let's get going. And so okay, so then so then you start. Or I'm sorry, you make the decision and you start. Obviously, when the way this program works is when we focus on our habits, when we focus on what we're supposed to do, the weight comes off, and that is predictable. Okay. But I also know, and I'm sure you've experienced it, that it's not a steady decline every single week. There's plateaus. There's times when it's like, well, shit, I did everything I was supposed to do and I gained a half a pound. What is
Yeah.
going on? How do you handle those times? Because it's very exciting, it's very glamorous when you lose 5 pounds a week. But what
Yes.
about the weeks when it's like a week goes by, 2 weeks goes by, and you're like, I'm not seeing the results that I was seeing before? How does that play? How does that mindset kick in to where you're like, no, 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 I'm not going to drop this. I'm going to continue going.
Actually, I plateaued for 2 months. Like, two
Okay.
months, I could not freaking hit 155. Like, I was just boom. But going back to community, um, everyone was analyzing and, well, what are you doing? Well, were you working out too much? Well, you're not having enough calories. They kind of fixed it for me. They're like, well, you got to do this one. You can't do this one anymore because you're burning way too many calories.
Yeah.
Because for me, working out has always been therapy for me. So, what the question again was, your mindset?
How does it, how do you
Oh, to
continue
stick
on?
with
Like,
it,
yeah, when you're
because it's
plateauing,
not
because I
always
have clients that give up. I was talking
well
with
for me.
a former client today who was asking me about that. And I was going through a checklist. Have you done this? What are you doing with this? How are you doing with this? And what is the answer to, well, I'm plateauing and I'm not seeing the results. What do? Do I stop?
No. Why would you stop something that has been working for you all
Because it's
this
not
time?
working anymore. I'm not losing the weight like I was before.
Well,
Why?
let's analyze what you're doing. Let's see. Are you having too many condiments? Are you adding too much stuff? Are you reading your labels on your food? Are you really weighing your food? Are you sticking to the leanest protein? Are you sticking to the leanest green? That's what I tell my clients too when they're like, "Oh, I haven't lost." And this is what I tell them. I go, "It is a process. You've spent your whole life gaining 120 pounds on your body that's not even supposed to have that weight. It's not going to happen overnight for you to lose that 120 pounds in 6 months, which
Yeah.
that is possible because I have seen it during program. People have lost that much weight.
Yeah.
It's being consistent. It is being consistent in what you're doing and developing those habits. It is, yep, just like yep, it's a system check.
Systems check.
Yep.
You got to do it.
You got to do it. And you know what? It just depends. And it goes right back to your why. How bad do you want this? Another one,
Exactly.
sleep.
Exactly what David had just said. Sleep
Yes.
is so underrated of a habit, and we take it for granted because being busy. Oh my God, I'm so busy.
Yep.
I don't have time. I got to go to bed super late, and I got to wake up super early, and we don't make time for sleep because everything else gets in the way. So we're not prioritizing ourselves completely. We're not contending for our health completely. There's always room for improvement. But I think, Lea, what you're getting at too is when you do a systems check, when you look at, okay, well, what am I doing? You have to be, and that is coachable. That's the word. And that goes back to why a coach is so important to have, why accountability, somebody that's going to guide you, not just, and I'm not just pinning this to our program with the coach, but it's an accountability partner or a guide, if you will, that has been there before, or somebody that knows what to do. Have a systems check. We have blinders on sometimes, that blind spots that we can't see certain things. So having that coach, listening to that coach, being coachable.
Yes.
Right?
I
Being
mean, I got to
coachable.
say sometimes, I didn't want to hear what my coach had to say, but she would tell me, she goes, "Do you want me to be honest with you?"
Yes.
And I go, "Yes," because my coach actually dropped 172 pounds and is on People Magazine.
Yep. That's
That's
right.
my
She
coach.
is.
So I know she knows what she's talking about because she's done it. Now, I don't have 175 pounds to lose, but another good 15 pounds. Yeah, that's where I'm going at. Or
Right.
10. I don't know. It's just like, oh, I'm going to tell you the truth. Going into this, I wanted to lose 10 pounds. That's it, 10 pounds. And then 25 pounds down,
Yeah. And you're still contending for your health. You still are like, yeah, I got a couple more I can lose.
Yeah,
And
I could lose
that's
a
what
couple
happens is
more.
we make a goal and then we're like, that was not hard to do. Let me revisit that. Me too. I think my original goal was 50 pounds. It was 185. And I'm like, I could do a little bit more. I could do a little bit more. And then I ended up losing 71 pounds,
Wow.
which was amazing. So, actually my original goal is I think 190, something like that. But anyway, the thing is that we have to be coachable. We have to embrace all aspects. Coach, learning the habits and focusing on the habits, embracing that community, and sticking with something that is proven and effective, like a meal plan.
Yes.
When we don't, see, the principles are there, right? The principles are there. And if we stick with them, we're going to get results. How far can you drive on a car with 3 wheels? Not too far.
No.
So you have to embrace all of it.
Yes.
And you have to be open to it. So that's, I think, in my opinion, where you shifted is you were open to being coachable. You're like, okay, like you said, when you're like, throw up your hands, sign me up. Okay, this is something that works. And you trusted your coach.
Yeah.
Most people don't do that. And that's why it doesn't work. It's not, again, what you're doing, it's how you're approaching it in here.
Yes.
So I applaud that. And like I said, a lot of people just can't do that. They can't be open and share what they're doing. they can't be coachable because of an ego problem, or everything in their mind is so ingrained of how they think it should go that they're not open to trying a different way. But you obviously were, and it worked for you.
Yes.
So take me into your journey now that you did all that. You were open to everything. You were coachable. You stuck to the plan. You got to where you wanted to be. You got to who you wanted to be, and then you decided, I'm going to pay this forward. I'm going to start giving back. I'm going to start offering this opportunity to other people. Take me into your journey as a coach now.
As a coach, honestly, I remember you telling me, oh, you can totally be a coach when I was not a coach. I was like, no, I'll think about that. That's too much work. Oh, no. And then Monica just kept on pushing it and pushing it. And then I'm like, I might as well have it pay for itself.
Yeah.
That too,
Yeah.
which it is doing. And it keeps me accountable. It really does. And I want to say, I've always wanted to be an influencer. I always wanted to do something in health. I train now. I train kickboxing at home. I do have a few clients. So I always wanted to do that, but I never felt like I looked or fit the part. Keep in mind, losing 20 pounds. Not only did I lose 20 pounds, but I gained so much confidence. And I started doing everything that I wanted to do. So coaching for me right now is wanting to help people experience what I've done, be a better version of themselves, live a longer life, be healthier, live for your children, not just be there, because kids are going to mimic what you're doing. They're not going to do what you say. They're going to do what you do.
Right.
So I can say 1000% my kids try new food. They're trying what I'm trying now. They're not, ew, girls, I don't want to eat that. It's just, you know what? It's just, there's always a healthier version of things. Always.
Awesome. I love that statement. There's always a healthier version of things.
Yes.
Food, surroundings, relationships.
Yes.
Sleep, whatever your habit is.
That's another thing. I had horrible sleep. I would wake up at 3 a.m. I could never fall asleep. I have the best sleep ever. I will take a nap in the middle of the day if I can, like right before I'm training clients.
Yeah.
And it is like the best sleep ever. And I got to say, it is a process with losing weight, sleep, movement, and diet. Yeah. It's not just diet and working out. No, it's everything. It's your mindset. It's what you put into your brain. If you're, on TV and watching this, crappy news that's all negative all the time, you're putting all this negative stuff into your brain. It's like, I don't even watch TV half the time anymore because it's so horrible.
That's right.
So, I tend to find myself, I read a lot. I'm reading a lot of books. I'm reading this, I don't even know the book's name, but it's a pretty good book, and it's all about the power of words.
Yeah.
The power of words. So, once you start implementing and making those small little changes, it does seem to get easier. And I just got to say, is the best is yet to come. For me, I definitely know that. I really want to change, a lot of people's lives. I want to coach them. And I think I'm a pretty freaking amazing coach. I'm very consistent. So
that you are, and that's what it takes is consistency.
Yes,
that's all it takes. It's amazing, the secrets of life: consistency, moderation, and passion. That's all you need. So let's plug your business then, Lea, because you mentioned now you're personal training, now you're a kickboxing coach. Can you plug that business a little bit?
Yes,
I know there's people out there that love that kind of stuff.
So I do kickboxing at home, and it's one-on-one training, and it's all pads. So you're not hitting just a bag; you're hitting pads that I'm holding, like we used to do. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So it's an amazing workout, full body workout, a little bit of conditioning. I have a client who's been with me since the summer. She's lost 50 pounds. I have
Jeez.
another client. She's lost about like 20, 30 pounds just by working out. I'm
That's
really trying
awesome.
to get them on program, but a little bit at a time.
They come around just like just
Yes.
like Rudy, just like the kids,
Mm-hmm.
they come around when they start seeing it and feeling it. Do you need experience? Do you go
No,
over fundamentals and basics, biomechanics of how punch kick?
nope.
And
I
it's
teach
strictly workout,
from the
right? This isn't
beginning.
self-defense. This is just kickboxing for working out.
Nope. I teach wherever you're at. These people who I've started with did nothing. They knew
Okay.
nothing of kickboxing. They knew nothing, and now they're pretty freaking amazing. They know a lot. So it's a great workout. I'm actually training right now a husband and wife. So
Cool.
hey, so I'll do 2 or
Marriage
3.
therapy.
Yep. So they come and they don't do any type of workout except with me. So they love it. And she loves it because she's getting her husband to come and get healthier.
That's good.
So
Good.
yeah, just you can follow me at on IG. It is it's le.fitkb. Yep,
le.fitkb, and that's
KB.
Instagram, and you'll be able to
IG.
see Leah's workouts that she does with her clients and a bit of yourself working out. You
Yeah.
get a good idea of what type of training she offers. So I highly recommend that. That is an amazing workout. It's a good full body workout. I don't
It's
know.
great too it's great for one-on-one if you don't want to go to the gym. You're not paying all those fees.
Yeah.
You can come and go as you want. I'm pretty open with times.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, good. And
yeah.
and with these times, with all this COVID going around, I mean, going into the gym, there's so many restrictions and there's so many other people that you're worrying about. And you do this outdoors, right?
Yes.
Some semi outdoors. So,
Mhm.
it's a lot less on the, social distancing, and you don't have to worry about a lot of that stuff. So that's a benefit to this right now. So Leah, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for pouring into us and just really giving an insight on how you approached this and why it worked for you. Um, if people listen to this and can really embrace a lot of what you said, I feel like it has a lot to offer those people who haven't been able to stick with something. And what is the missing piece? Because again, it's not what you're doing that's the problem, unless you're doing something really stupid and silly. It's how you're approaching it, right?
Exactly. And I feel like people if they continue doing what they're doing and they don't see results, why not try something different?
There you
Why
go.
not?
There you go. Well, Davina, thank you for watching. I always love that you tune in and always have something good to add to our discussion. So thank you. Now, I will end this with saying if you watching have questions, if you're curious and you want to know more about this program, you have health goals that you just have not been able to achieve, or you are looking for something new, something different, go ahead and contact me. Contact Leah or one of the amazing other coaches that we've had on this program. We would love to talk to you. We would love to meet you where you're at and just hear your story and how we can assist you. So, with that said, again, Leah, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for
No,
pouring
thank
into
you.
us. We will be back next Tuesday with another Transformation Tuesday and Healthy Trinity show. Everybody have an amazing and blessed and productive, healthy week. We'll talk to you next week.